Hey, this is Christopher McClure from wholenessgeeks.com. And today I'd like to lead you in a meditation for Enneagram Type 1. Now, um, this meditation is not just for Enneagram Type 1s, it's for anyone because the Enneagram types are actually facets of the diamond of human consciousness, of enlightenment. And we all need to experience each type and develop the consciousness of each type in order to become whole ourselves, in order to become a wholeness geek, or to become a master of wholeness. So, without further ado, Enneagram Type 1 is it's an energy of integrity, and it's foundational, and it's also has to do with integrity. And I think one of the main ways that we as human beings can experience our integrity, on a real foundational level, is to put our minds in our dantians. Now, if you haven't ever heard that term before, it's a Chinese term for the physical center of the body, which is located 3 fingers below your navel and 3 fingers in, right? And that's generally speaking, but that's a good general rule for anybody to find their Dantien. So let's go ahead and put our let's put our energy, our mind there right now. And a good body cycle, I call these body cycles because there's 3 of them in the human body that you can use as meditation objects. 1 is breath, 2 is sensation, and 3 is the pulse, like the heart beating. The one we're going to use with Enneagram Type 1 meditation is breath. We're going to simply breathe into the Dantien. And this is, generally speaking, breathing into the Dantien is a very, very powerful way to stabilize, to balance, and to bring vitality to your system. You can breathe. You can use breath as a way of focusing your mind and energy, and you can put it anywhere. You can put it, at the tip of your nostrils. You can put it in your heart, and you can you can put it at the top of your head. You can put it in your eyes. You can put it in your hands and go and have it go out your fingers. You can put it in the soles of your feet and breathe out into the earth and up from the earth. And you can put it in the Dantien. Beyond the Dantien is also referred to as the Hara in Japanese, the 1 point in let's see, Aikido, I think, uses the term. Aikido, Americanized, uses the term 1 point. I think it's also referred to as core, the core in like dance. So anyway, let's go ahead and um, do a short meditation, a minute and 11 seconds. And we'll just go ahead and breathe into our Dantien and just, try to focus as well as you can. And if you find that your mind kind of goes off, just label it thinking and just come back to the mind and the Dantien with the breath. So here we go. Okay. Let's see. I just wanted to say a few things about the quality of your breathing. That there's a couple of different ways you can approach breathing in general. One is that you can try to control it and make it deep and long and that's fine. Um, but you might also find that you want to just let it be what it wants to be. And if on a particular day, that you're doing this meditation and your breathing is kind of you know jagged and choppy, that's fine, as long as you're rooting it in the Dantien, because that's the real uh, thing here. It's not about the breathing. The breathing is secondary. It's about the Dantien. And it usually, I mean, you could do this for 10 minutes and you're going to get some benefit. But I've found that with meditation, it really takes about 30 minutes for you to really settle into what it is, whatever meditation technique you're doing, to really settle into that. So that's I would encourage you, if you find that kind of impossible to start, then don't, then just do 10 minutes, do 10 minutes a day, do 10 minutes twice a day, you know. But see if maybe do that for a week, and then 10 minutes twice a day for a week, and then see if you can bump that up to 15 minutes twice a day, you know, and then maybe the next week do 20 minutes once a day, and then 25 the next week, and then 30. You'll get there. Like I said, if you find your mind going off, just whatever with thinking, with feeling, with agitation, with weird sensations, just label it thinking and come back. um, the Dantien is let me see, I think they refer to it in the Chinese, they refer to it as like the field of cinnabar, and I'm not sure what cinnabar is, but this sense of a field, I think, is something I've experienced, that it's like you kind of settle into this, let's just call it a field, the state. I don't know if you noticed, but somewhere midway through in that 1 minute and 11 second meditation session, there was a settling that happened for me where it's like things just slowed down, and really all there was the breathing and this state. And I would call that a term that's used in meditation and traditions. This would be Hindu, is samadhi. It's the beginning of samadhi. That there's a kind of a settling, but once again, there's two basic approaches, which is to sort of mimic a certain state, and then the other approach is to just allow yourself to be with the technique and experience whatever it is that happens. And I would recommend the second technique of just letting yourself be. As long as your mind's in your Dantien and you're breathing down there, just let it be whatever it wants to be. And if your mind goes off, then just label it thinking and come back. Yeah, I think that's basically yeah, what I want to say. There is something one last thing I want to pass on is that they say, I think this is said in the Tai Chi tradition, that if you put your mind in your Dantien, you cannot go crazy. So whatever that means for anybody, really, there's something about stabilizing your whole system with the physical center of the body, the Dantien. So that's it. Hope this was helpful, and please leave any comments and suggestions, and or what your experience is of the Enneagram Type 1 meditation.